Greetings, everyone. As a general announcement and as a bit of a disclaimer, I am planning to become more active on this channel and covering more political content, though I still have a passion for gaming and may occasionally dip my toe in that direction. A lot has happened between my last video and now that has given me incentive to place my priorities in a different order. That said, I cannot cover every issue that arises. There is just too much that floods the waves that I neither have the time nor the energy to cover. Suffice it to say, I will cover what topics I can, with a focus on the ongoing deeper elements of the debate and projections of future events. With that disclaimer out of the way, let's discuss the CDC. Current breaking news is reporting the ousting of their primary leader as well as the resignation of many other roles within that institution. This is an ongoing trend President Trump applying pressure and subverting established convention to get what he wants. Trump's use of governmental power and pressure to bully institutions, both public and private, is unprecedented. Thanks to the ongoing conspiracies around vaccines, spurned by the horrid and greedy actions of former gut doctor and now medical pariah for the anti-vax movement, Andrew Wakefield, Robert F. Kennedy and Trump are pushing to not only take over the CDC, but make vaccines like those for COVID-19 harder to get. But anti-vax movements are older than current events. Such things have been around since smallpox, since polio, and other major diseases. The details may change, but the core of the issue does not. And that is trust. Older than that, it becomes in-group versus out-group and tribalism. In other words, this is about identity. Humanity has struggled with fear of control, and medicine often feels like manipulation and suspension of freedoms because it asks for trust. As many folk believe, the body is a temple, and trusting that body to institutions that claim to know more than you do about your own body, and often do, can be terrifying. But that fear is not unfounded. The practice of medicine isn't perfect. There are side effects and bad reactions due to pre-existing conditions. Bad reactions to vaccines and other medicinal practices can lead to false assumptions about medicinal practices. And when political and self-interest parties, like Wakefield, prey upon said fears by using language and suspicions you already have, it can feel like modern medicine is an enemy of the people rather than the reality of individual circumstances. Medicine is also a privatized institution, at least in the US, which adds a whole other layer of complexity and can give doctors with ill intentions power to grow on pain. However, this is why institutions like the CDC exist. They are nonpartisan organizations funded by taxes so that they remain neutral and give objective, peer-reviewed, and science-based advice on medical practices. They establish medicinal law so that every doctor must comply or lose their eligibility. They are an oversight to the lustful temptations of capitalism, a Keynesian economics barrier to the Ayn Rand liberalism of a free market. Speaking of liberalism, that is a term that came from proponents of a market free of government restraint that somehow got changed to mean someone who supports left-wing politics. That is all I have to say for now. Please leave a comment about your views on this issue. Please like the content if you did. Please subscribe for more of my content. Please share about this video, what about this video moved you with others. And always remember, it's okay to be human.